everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I hope that everyone is staying safe and sound in this pandemic, and I hope that everyone is ready to learn something new today. But first, if you like what you see, give me a big thumbs up. Really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Hit that bell notification so you know my videos come out generally between 3 and 4 during the week. On the weekend it depends, but this is a family-friendly channel so anyone can watch. And please do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Remember my promo. When I reach 300 subscribers, a random subscriber who comments will get $30. But you must comment because sometimes I cannot see you if you are private, if you have a private account. You know, that's just how it is. A lot of people say, I subscribe to your channels, but I can't see you. If you don't comment, then I can't see you. Okay, so in preparation of Halloween, I figured I would do this video because, you know, my students keep telling me, well, I go to church, I can't celebrate Halloween. I'm like, really? I said, but the church was the one that adopted Halloween, so I don't understand that. And you'll see what I mean. So let's get into it. Halloween, October 31st, 2021. Halloween on October 31st is undoubtedly the creepiest, most ghostly holiday of them all. Children dress up as Batman, the Joker, Wonder Woman, or some of their other favorite characters. They go to parties or walk their neighborhood with jack-o'-lanterns full of sweets as they go trick-or-treating. Spooky decorations fill windows and porches, and screams can be heard in living rooms up and down the country as we collectively binge our favorite horror movies. Okay. I want to skip that because I'm not promoting any other sites. Okay. History of Halloween. The word Halloween or Halloween dates from before the 16th century and draws from its early Christian past. Sorry about that. Sometimes the screen goes on and off. From its early Christian past. In Old Scottish, Halloween translates as All Hallows or Holy Eve. So the day, okay. Referring to All Hallows Evening, the day before All Hallows Day, which is a solemn occasion in which all of the Catholic Church heavenly saints were honored. By the 18th century, Halloween shows up with the spelling as we know today. Here's the history. Pay attention to this. Going back in time, Halloween is fascinating because it has lots of practices that date back to its pagan origins. For example, the Halloween tradition of bobbing for apples reminds us of the Roman invasion of England. As part of Roman paganism, they bought an apple tree symbolic of Pomona, goddess of plenty. During an annual festival, young marriage-minded people bit into apples floating in the water. According to beliefs, whoever bit the apple was next to marry. There we get the bobbing for apples. But it's really the Celts who have to thank for Halloween. They were ancient people who lived in the areas of modern-day Ireland, northern France, and the UK. Halloween's pagan roots go back thousands of years. To the Celtic fire festival Samhain, which recognized the end of the harvest season and the start of their new year on November 1st. Okay. During this festival, pagans wore costumes and lit fires to keep the bad spirits away. Keep that in mind when you're donning your Dracula fangs. With the dark nights of winter representing death, the Celts believed that on October 31st, the dead returned to walk among the living. Sounds kind of zombie-ish, right? The Christian influence. Pay attention to this. As Christian influence on society began to grow around the 8th century, new customs and traditions were brought in and merged with those of the Celts. Christians would celebrate All Souls Day on November 2nd, which was a day to honor the dead in much the same way that the Celts did on Samhain. It was around this time that the evening before the celebration became known as All Hallows Eve. After All Hallows Day was officially switched to November 1st in 835, October 31st became known as All Hallows Eve, and the Halloween we know and love today was starting to take shape. By the 12th century, these days had gained holy importance throughout Europe, and customs such as ringing the church bells for the souls of those in purgatory had become widespread. A typical Halloween would see a mournful crier parading through the streets, dressed all in black, ringing bells, and encouraging the locals to pray for the souls of the dead. It was around this time that souling began to happen, but there's more about further down in the trick-or-treat section. By the Middle Ages, churches were too poor to display the relics of martyred saints, and so churchgoers began dressing up as them every year instead. This could partly explain where the tradition of dressing up on Halloween stems from. Halloween in America. Halloween became popular in America in the 19th centuries, with enthusiasm for the holiday being brought across with the Irish and Scottish immigrants who were arriving at the time. The biggest change from Halloween's earliest roots is that it became more secular than religious. By the 1920s and 30s, Halloween parades and parties became a major part of the festivities, and the holiday was celebrated from coast to coast, regardless of race or religious background. Okay, trick-or-treating. Trick-or-treating is said to stem from the practice of souling, which is a medieval practice where churchgoers would go between different parishes and ask the rich for pastries, which was known as soul cakes. In return, they would pray for the souls of them and their friends. While souling, people would carry with them lanterns made of hollowed-out turnips. That turnip is now, of course, a pumpkin, and is believed that the jack-o'-lantern literally represents the soul of the dead. By the 19th century, children in Scotland and Ireland were dressing up in costume and going from door to door accepting gifts from neighbors. This practice was known as guising. The children would generally be given bits of food for their efforts. The first recorded instance of this in America is 1911. The term trick-or-treat was first used in Alberta, Canada in 1927, and by the 1930s it was starting to become a popular activity. Now let's go to modern Halloween. By the 1950s, Halloween became a holiday that was primarily for children. Trick-or-treating was commonplace as kids went around their neighborhood in costume collecting candy. Halloween became increasingly embedded in popular culture, and horror movies would often be released to coincide with the holiday. Movies such as Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, and Friday the 13th have all become classics associated with this holiday. Halloween is now America's second largest commercial holiday. Okay, let me say that again. It's a commercial holiday now, with $6 billion being spent on it each year. Mostly chocolate, probably. Numerous traditions such as trick-or-treating, costume parties, and watching horror movies all contribute to a huge occasion that is celebrated throughout the country. Halloween plays off our phobias. Killer clowns and antique dolls creep you out. Bats and spiders make your skin crawl. Does the sight of blood make you faint? Don't go into that room and don't go out on Halloween. But if you do, look over your shoulder. On Halloween, be a kid again or take on a new persona. Watch out for ghosts and goblins and things that go bump in the night. Eat as much candy as your tummy can hold. Enjoy feeling totally scared for just one night. Happy Halloween, everybody. So I'm not going to, so at 800, the church designates All Souls Day. 1500, guising is the ancient grandparents of trick-or-treating. 1693, the witch in Witch Salem. So those about the witch trials. Okay, I don't want to get into that. Late 1800s, American Halloween is less religious, more secular. 1920, kids declare trick-or-treat, launching a new Halloween tradition. Okay, so that's it about Halloween. As I said, it's not a religious holiday like many people think. It has nothing to do against God or anything like that. It's just a commercial holiday. It's like Kids Day in any other country, okay, where the kids just go out and get candy. That's all it is. It has nothing to do with any kind of religion whatsoever. Yes, it used to be a religious thing, but the Catholic Church are the one that adopted it. So don't tell me that it's against your religion if the religion is the one that adopted it. Okay? I've had too many people tell me that. Too many churches tell me that. I guess you don't see the facts. Okay? Again, if you like what you see, give me a big thumbs up. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Hit that bell notification so you know my videos come out. And please do me a favor and subscribe to my channel, and you will earn the right to get $30 when I reach 300 subscribers. Okay? Go out and get yourself vaccinated. Have a happy Halloween, and I will see you soon.